What's going on, ladies? Now, before you say anything, I know I'm looking a little rough. However, I rolled out of bed because I felt like, you know what, I want to make this video while it's fresh in my mind and I can add a lot of value and detail to it. I think it's going to help a lot of you, okay? So bear with this right here. If you have to turn the screen off or look away, I understand. What's going on? It's Favorite Dating Coach Elliot Scott, and I want to jump into the topic of actually being able, if you're able to, change an emotionally unavailable guy. There's a lot of stuff out there that talks about, you know, what is an emotional available man, the traits, the characteristics, the signs, the red flags, what to watch out for, all that kind of stuff. And I know you're doing that for precaution. But what about a lot of you who like the guy and you're talking to the guy, and let's say he's not even that bad of a guy, he just can't commit. You're already fucking waist deep in the situation. Can I actually change him? That's the stuff I want to talk about. So first off, I really want to demystify or the myth of the emotionally unavailable man means or just because a guy doesn't want a relationship, it means he's emotionally unavailable. That is not true. Some guys just don't want to be in relationships, and vice versa. Just because you want a relationship, it doesn't mean you are emotionally available. You could be emotionally available, if not more, even if you want a relationship. The emotional unavailability, I guess the thing that qualifies it is the roadblocks in your head that prevent you from having a happy, healthy, loving relationship. I always say this, a therapist won't agree with me on this, but happy, healthy relationships start with happy, healthy people. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't have a great relationship without that. It's just really good to build it on a strong foundation. So, with that being said, I want you to understand that a guy can treat you well. And some of you know this. A guy can treat you well. A guy can court you. A guy can be consistent. A guy can be a great guy and still be emotionally unavailable. Now, you're probably wondering, yeah, no shit, that's why I'm here. That's why I haven't gave up on him yet. I don't want to. Can I change it? And the more important question is not if you can change it. It's, well, I mean, that's probably the most important question. But what you need to understand is the amount of effort it takes to change it and if it's worth it. And unfortunately, a lot of the times it's not. And let me explain why. When you're talking to a dude, let's say you're 2 months in and he's emotionally unavailable or he's just not committing, it's going to be very hard for both of you to change your minds. A lot of women want to stick around because they're hopeful, because the guy's not a bad guy. If the guy's a bad guy, this is a totally different video, totally different story. Toss him aside. You shouldn't be lowering your value for a guy just because you like him if he's not treating you well. But what about the guy who is? Well, you got to understand he's treating you well for two reasons. One, because he probably likes you. If he's consistent with you and he's a good dude, it's probably because he likes you. The second reason of which a lot of women don't understand is he knows you're getting the raw end of the deal. If you two are talking and you're talking consistently and you're not getting a relationship and you both kind of know like, yeah, I don't know if I'm getting, like you're uncertain and he's uncertain about you, you're uncertain about the relationship, like where it's going. You're getting the raw end of the deal. So he knows he has to treat you well because if he doesn't, logically, you should be pulling away. The thing that keeps you there is him actually treating you well. So what I'm trying to get at is, it's very hard to change the dynamics and minds of both of you. You might want a relationship, or you do want a relationship. You're very hopeful because of how well he treats you. But because he treats you so well and you do not leave, why does he need to change? It's much harder to change the man who's emotionally unavailable than the woman who is hopeful. And the reason for that is it's a very deep psychological reason on why a man is emotionally unavailable. And then on top of that, it's very hard for him to be aware of it, to say he's the problem, the effort it is to change it, all the while at the same time, what benefit do I get from it that I'm not getting right now? Because as of right now, you're talking to a dude who's already banging you. Excuse my language, but he's already going to Pound Town. He's already getting to Sugar Walls. He's already 2 months in, right? So it's really hard to change that. To change that man's mind. He might call your bluff. So I tell women, is it possible to change a guy? Yes, you can, but it's not your job. And more times than not, like 9 out of 10 times, I even say more than that, 9.5, it's not going to go well. 2 reasons why. 3 reasons maybe. 1, you don't know how to do it correctly. There's a lot of things that, like, none of us are psychologists. It's easier said than done. Number 2, the amount of effort you're going to have to put in to change this guy, like meaning you're sticking around even though he might not be consistent or he's unsure and you're not getting the relationship. Like, the power dynamic really shifts in his favor, which leads to the 3rd thing. If that's the case, then why would he change? What other benefits is he getting that he's not getting right now? You know? So, like, there's a reason he leaves this path of destruction behind him, unfortunately, probably with woman after woman, where they have a good thing going, but he's unable to commit. So, ladies, at the end of the day, yes, you can. It's not your job to, and you lose a lot of value, I think, sticking around trying to change a guy. Because that's not your job. That's like saying, hey, I'll pay premium price for this lemon car, for this broken ass car. I'm not saying just because I should have said that, just because you're emotionally unavailable, you're broken, but you get what I'm saying. You shouldn't be giving this man your resources, all your time, your energy, your effort, and making him the number 1 priority on your list when he's a lemon car. Make sure his is that the right used car, I guess I can say. And I hate to say it like that because I'm not trying, you get what I'm saying, fuck, whatever. But don't be paying these luxury prices, which is your fucking time, your sugar walls, and all that kind of stuff for a guy who is unsure. Trust me, he's going to take advantage of it. Maybe not on purpose, but guys go down the path of what's most advantageous. If I'm not sure about a relationship, but I like you, I'm going to keep you around for the assets while keeping away from the title of a relationship. So just remember that, ladies. Now, to answer the question, can you change a guy? Yes. Should you? No. Should you wait around? No. 2 months in, ladies, 6 to 8 dates, give them the ultimatum if you're on different pages, split, okay? So that being said, I love you all. Take care and peace.